The big plane lifts. The carrier's deck shakes. The jet grows loud. It climbs fast into a gray sky. The sun hits its wings. Men shout. Machines sing. This short scene is one image of power. First, Taiwan. Taiwan is an island and a democracy. It has its own government. It has its own military. China calls Taiwan part of its land and says reunification is a must. The United States does not accept Chinese control by force. The United States sells weapons to Taiwan and talks to its leaders. This situation is very fragile. A carefully constructed ambiguity kept the peace, but its foundations are shaking. This delicate balance is harder to maintain as both sides assert themselves. If China tries to take Taiwan by force, ships would meet, jets would meet. The United States might help Taiwan. A fight could start small and spread. War would be costly. Trade could stop. The world would hurt. Taiwan makes the advanced semiconductors that power our lives and militaries. A war would sever supply chains and shock the global economy. Beijing feels urgency. Washington sees a line. That mix makes Taiwan the most dangerous flashpoint today. Second, the South China Sea. This sea is full of trade routes. Roughly 1/3 of global maritime shipping passes here. Many claim these waters. China claims most of it. Reefs became installations. Runways, radars, missile sites. Others claim parts too. The sea is rich in fish and oil. The US says these waters must be open. Warships sail to assert navigation rights. China pushes back, shadowing, harassing, challenging. Small incidents can blow up. Pilots make close passes. Words fly. Crowded theaters raise accident risk every day. Each incident becomes a test of will. A local clash could invoke alliances and pull in great powers. The path from minor clash to major conflict is dangerously short. One push too far, one error too fast, and the region ignites. It is a prime location for a conflict to erupt. Third, military miscalculations and bad judgments. War sometimes starts by accident. One wrong shot, a misread radar return, false news at the worst moment. Risks rise when more forces crowd a region. Both sides field fast, long-range weapons in shared air and sea lanes. Hot zones, the Taiwan Strait and the South China Sea. New systems work faster, leaving less time for judgment. Machines can misidentify. Commanders can misinterpret. The margin for error is shrinking. Technology can inject bad data. Small mistakes become big problems under tension. Imagine a US drone downed. Pressure to retaliate spikes. Crisis hotlines can be unused or ineffective. Hypersonic speeds cut warning from minutes to seconds. Cyber attacks can blind and paralyze. Delegating lethal authority to algorithms is a profound risk. Fourth, economic and technological warfare that turns hot. They compete with money, rules, and chips, and AI. Allies restrict advanced semiconductors and the tools to make them. China builds self-sufficiency and curbs exports like gallium and germanium. This fight hurts businesses and people. Economic pressure can trigger military moves, blockades, seizures, counter-sanctions. Pain breeds panic and rash decisions. Fifth, nationalism and domestic politics. Social media amplifies extremes and spreads inflammatory stories. In the US, a firm stance has rare bipartisan backing, limiting flexibility. In China, legitimacy ties to national strength and resisting pressure. Each side interprets responses as provocations. The cycle intensifies. Short, successful action can tempt leaders to take risks. Domestic politics can pour fuel on a crisis. The political cost of backing down can exceed the perceived risk of war. These 5 flashpoints do not exist in isolation. They connect trade to troops, politics to ports. An economic dispute can raise military tensions and miscalculation risk. One spark can set off a chain reaction. Blurring lines, economic, cyber, political, military overlap. Technology escalates faster than leaders can convene. We have minutes to start a war, and no equally fast way to stop one. Still, conflict is not inevitable. The future is not fixed. Clear, consistent, direct talks, and working hotlines are guardrails. Shared rules reduce bumps and collisions, reinvigorate arms control, including hypersonics and AI-enabled weapons. Economic ties and joint projects create incentives for peace. Allies and institutions can steady crises. An informed public resists knee-jerk nationalism. Hear the jet, see the claims, watch the lanes, learn the tech, know the flashpoints, and ask leaders to keep calm. The sound of jets will not be the final word. Machines do not decide to fight. People do. Leaders choose words and moves. Citizens shape the environment for better choices. Ties are deep. Trade, research, travel, families. Shared risks and shared hopes bind us. A long rivalry, economic, technological, informational, would be painful, but better than open war. Act early, make clear rules, build trust, keep lines open, know these 5 flashpoints and why they matter. Choose awareness over apathy, push the future away from war and toward a steady peace. The road has sharp turns. At each, leaders have a choice. Support caution and dialogue over threats and force. The power of choice belongs to people, and we are many. The future does not have to be war.